Hello and welcome to Samadhi. Today is Wednesday, July 3rd, 2019, and we are back now live on YouTube, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And all this
Broadcasting.
because,
There we are.
all this because we were having so much resistance with Facebook, Instagram.
Yay.
We thought it was our connection, but we find out from our friend Chris Newhart that he had the same issues. So here we are on Facebook. So this is, I mean, not on Facebook, on YouTube. So this is a new one for us. So we'll see how this works. The important thing is to keep moving and not allow anything to hold us back, except I have no clue how to work YouTube. So I won't be able to share anything, I think.
I'm sharing it to Facebook so you can share it from there.
Okay.
So thank you everyone for joining us again. We are broadcasting live. That we've been attempting to do this 3 times. This is
The fourth
fourth time.
We had this happen with James, remember?
Mm-hmm. And that's one thing that we know, that when there's resistance, it's because it's big, and that's because there's growth. So I'm going to share it now, and then you go share it.
Okay.
Share it on the Samadhi page too, because I shared it on.
Okay. So I'll be taking care of that technical stuff.
Okay, guys. So
while Michael gives you the welcome.
Thank you everyone again for joining us. This is simply diving deep with the Samadhi Sea of Wisdom. And we've been away for about 3 weeks or a month, something like that.
I lost track.
And we've been working on ourselves. We've been diving deeper within ourselves, working on our relationship, working on our business, working on our deliverance, on our communication,
Oh my goodness.
on all kinds of different things. And we have so many people to be thankful for, which the list is very substantial. But some of the very important few that have really helped us in this process is, of course, our amazing dedicated student, Dave Parrish, from Operation Save the Earth in Phoenix, Arizona.
Yes.
We have Patty Mays and Thomas McGoldrick in Mission Viejo?
I think so, yeah.
Mission Viejo, California.
Orange
County. We have Sylvia Chavez,
the Love Queen.
Sylvia and Alex Chavez, the Love Queen, and her husband Alex, and their amazing daughter. We have Olivia Quintana, who has helped us so much in supporting us and loving us. And we met a lot of amazing people throughout these past weeks where we went to the mass meditation event. Shout outs to everyone who was responsible for that, the sponsors, the vendors, the performers, the people that showed up to come together to meditate together in unison, putting aside our differences, putting aside our beliefs, putting aside everything so we can come together as one human soul family to bring a greater vibration, a greater realization to the planet. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for all the amazing people we met.
And I think I feel like we're forgetting something. Did we do the welcome? No.
Oh, no, we didn't do the welcome. So here at Samadhi, first of all, thanks to everyone who's been a part of our journey, past, present, and those to come, because we're all integrated in coming together to make this happen. So thank you, everyone. First of all, blessings and love to all of you. Shout outs. We couldn't be where we're at without any of you. All of our students that have invested themselves with Samadhi and believed in themselves and believe in us and support us. And thank you again to, thank you to Marshall Gillen, Marshall Live in San Diego, California. Oh, and also Sylvia's in San Diego, California. But thank you to Marshall Gillen and his incredible men's group, which will be back in San Diego on the 24th of July, I believe. So, man, if you're interested, let me know and I'll get you hooked up with Marshall. But it's an incredible group of vulnerability, of genuineness, of what we share here at Samadhi. And we've been sharing for a while now. So I'm going to give you the intro to Samadhi now without further ado. So thank you, everyone, every single one of you who made an impact and a part of us in our lives, to Tucker Bearden, to Marshall, I already said Marshall, to Manny Lopez,
yes.
to Les Brown,
Joseph
Jr.,
Ortega.
Junior and Senior, Joseph Ortega, Josh Massey.
If we leave anybody out, please.
We just have been experiencing all kinds of love and incredible support through every single one of you. We just want to give you guys a huge shout out. And if we didn't mention you, please know that you're in our hearts. Of course, none of this could be done without no other than the great spirit of all it is, We call it God, we call it universe, we call it, whatever we want to call it. Thank you to that amazing, amazing presence. Without that, there would be no journey. And thank you to my lovely wife, Alice. Thank you to my lovely, incredible mother, Adelina Dudding. Thank you to our families, both of our families. So just gratitude all around from every direction. And thank you to all the resistance, because that resistance is our greatest teacher. And we are so in love with resistance that we might not act like it when it hits us in the initial part of it. But when we breathe, and that's the beautiful thing that we're going to talk about today, is freedom. When we breathe and we're able to transcend, then we'll get the lesson and we'll gain the experience to be able to give back even more of our genuineness. So here at Samadhi, it's not about authenticity. Excuse me. It's not about, I just got a call. It's not about positivity. It's not about negativity. It's about authenticity. It's about genuineness. It's about realness. It's about rawness. And in that genuineness and in that rawness comes simplicity. Because we can't experience simplicity if we're trying to add on layers of what we're not. When we just dive deeper within ourselves and we discover the genuineness of who we are, putting aside of all the external noise, all the external stimuli, and we just go deep within ourselves, we discover the genuine soul that is us, each and every single one of us, and that which we all share collectively in unison, one consciousness. When we discover that, then that's when we can discover real, true freedom more and more each and every single day. So it's not about complexity. It's about simplicity. And in that simplicity, we can awaken that genuineness. Because without talking about simplicity, we'll never get to that genuineness. Less is more. So here at Samadhi, we desire, good morning, Jolene, and shout outs to Jolene.
See? I knew there was a name.
What is it?
And he's wearing the t-shirt.
Wait, that's backwards on here. Where am I?
Yeah,
here
right
I am.
There.
Okay.
Jolene, we had just
shout outs to Jolene
given
that are these amazing t-shirts that were made by Jolene. Let me turn around. Can you see it?
Yep.
Want to read it? Can you read it?
Diving deeper with Samadhi, Sea of Wisdom, Meditation School. And that's who we were not forgetting, Jolene. Of course, you're
We love you, Jolene.
But Michael was doing all his gratitudes and like, there's someone. I said, we forgot someone's name and it was you, Jolene. So thank you for coming on so we could say your name.
Thank you so much, Jolene. We love you. So here at Samadhi, we want to remind you, we want to inspire you. Our intention is to inspire you, to remind you, to discover your genuineness. Not what we think, because we are just reflecting what's worked for us and what we enjoy, because we are very passionate about what we do, as you can tell. We desire and we intend to remind the viewers, you out there, to discover your genuineness and stop giving all the energy and the attention to the excuses that are not allowing the genuineness to come from within you, because it always is waiting and willing to show up. And here's the key. The more you discover your freedom, the more you discover your genuineness and you keep it simple, the more you give the gift that you were made and designed to give to the world. So the more you find your freedom, the more you remember your freedom, the more you can remind others of their freedom, not by telling them, but by living it. And here at Samadhi, that's why we like to keep it simple, because trust me, I was very complex. I know how complex it can get. And the more complex it gets, the more you get lost in the different pathways of the mind. And really, we're not intending to go into the different pathways of the mind. What we're intending to do is dive deeper within our soul, within the heart center of our experience. and to see from that place, to live from that place, to be from that place. Jolene says, I love them. They are perfect. She says, love you both so much and let it be told. Changes are happening so smoothly. It's amazing. Oh, do you hear what she just said?
Oh, yes. I'm right here, Michael.
Thank you so much.
And
we are so grateful to hear that changes are happening.
And my husband is so passionate. There's one thing we do at Samadhi is breathe.
Yeah.
But he's carrying on because that's what we do when we get passionate.
Yes.
So
and we're blocking your face.
Hey.
So let's take a moment to just breathe, because what's the point of talking about simplicity if we don't connect with the simple blessing that is the breath? Simple but profound blessing of the breath. So let's just take a moment to just take a deep breath. Let's just allow ourselves to let go. Take a deep breath in, breathing life, awareness, presence, our genuineness. Exhale. Exhale everything that is causing you to think that you're not. Is distracting you from this truth. All the confusion, all the doubt, all the resistance, just breathe it out. Without judgment, just breathe it out. Appreciate everything, because it is why we are where we are. And just sit with yourself for a moment. Just like we sit with our best friend, just sit with yourself. And remember, every time a thought comes up, without judgment, just acknowledge it, bring your awareness back to the breath, and walk the bridge to the heart through the breath. Follow the breath to the heart. And just allow yourself to relax into the breath by not thinking about the breath, letting go of the breath, and just being in the moment. It's that simple. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Giving reverence and honor and glory to the great spirit of all that is, that allows us to breathe, that permeates us with life, with consciousness, with presence. With that, we surrender to that, to allow that to come forth, to not what Ali has to say, not what Michael has to say, but what we all are here to receive. Slowly opening our eyes, taking in this moment. Let's receive. Jolene says, oh, I'm not even putting them up. Jolene says, good morning. I love them. They are perfect. About the t-shirts. Love you both so much, and let it be told, changes are happening so smoothly. It's amazing. So grateful to hear that, Jolene. You're a wonderful person, and the time that I've known you, you have nothing but a nice heart, a genuine heart, and we love to see that coming to the forefront, and you showing up in your genuineness. Because the world, get ready, world, for Jolene, because the world hasn't seen nothing yet. Jolene says, breathing and feeding my body with nourishing, refreshing water. Yes, and what a great reminder to drink water. Thank you so much, Jolene. Just like we breathe with consciousness, it's important that we drink with consciousness. So remember that. So we had planned to do our live at the wetlands, and that's where we just were earlier.
And we never thought of going on YouTube. We didn't know what to do. We thought it was our internet connection over there. We come back home.
No, but we couldn't go on YouTube.
That's what
Because guess what, guys? Because we don't have 1,000 subscribers, we can't go on the mobile. There's another resistance that we have, but you know what? We're going to get those 1,000 subscribers. So guys, please help us get to those 1,000 subscribers. That way we can broadcast anywhere we are on YouTube. So if we have resistance with Facebook, Instagram, because Facebook and Instagram both are not working in our platform. So it doesn't mean that others aren't working. Let us know, because we had a lot of resistance today. But we know when there's a lot of resistance because there's a lot of growth. So, Ali, I know that we are coming up on July 4th tomorrow for Independence Day. Mm-hmm. So what do we want to talk about for Independence Day? Because we had a talk planned for today.
After 3 takes, my brain's
It's already 9 o'clock. I got a message, Phil.
We do not have any more time except to say thank you, everyone, for joining us. Message Phil. No, we don't compromise our...
I know, continue. I'm going to message Phil and confirm.
So, Facebook, for some reason, is not allowing videos. Chris Newhart, our friend Chris Newhart, also agreed, said he was having difficulties with his live. Instagram, same thing. So here we're on YouTube, and I have no clue how it works, so I am not able to check any other messages. All I can say is that for this day before Independence Day, our original plan was to talk about freedom and the freedom of just being yourself and embracing who you truly are. That when you dig deep, that's where you find that true essence, and it's no more blame game. We as human beings tend to always find someone at fault to justify the anger, justify the sadness, justify some of the decisions we make in life. Well, if so-and-so would only be this way, or if so-and-so would do that. But the freedom for yourself comes with self-love, comes with really treating yourself with the utmost respect, and that's what you'll reflect. So if it's not coming to you, it's because it's not going through you. You need to let it come from within. So enjoy your day of freedom. Enjoy your 4th of July with your family, friends, whatever it is that you do on that day. But remember that the independence begins inside. The independence is within yourself first, and that's where the freedom comes. Michael was talking about how we've been working on ourselves individually, as a couple, as our business, and we are very pleased.
Go ahead.
We are very pleased with all the people that have been supporting us, even though they don't even know they are. That's the best part. When you're not even aware of it and you do it from the heart, and it blesses and ripples. So we will have to come back. Let's see what happens. We're doing our best to come back on Wednesday mornings at 7 on Facebook Live. We're still working out a lot of kinks because someone suggested we should just do our regular videos and then upload them. We kind of like going live because we've just been so comfortable with going live versus every time we want to videotape to perfectionists, sometimes like, no, wait, oh, stop. And this way we just keep going. Whatever comes. So
one thing I desire to share is that when we were at the wetlands, and I think it's important for, because we found our freedom in the most resistance of places. And Ali found her freedom in a very traumatic, very abusive space, which she could have all the excuses not to, open up to her freedom that she always had. That's the thing. We always are free. And the one thing I desire to mention, coming from my own experience, is what this day of freedom represents is, our ancestors, because we're all interrelated, it doesn't matter what country we're from, we're all one soul family. I just want to make that very, very clear that, we may live in different countries, but we're all one soul family. But using history as a metaphor is that when the pilgrims came from Europe, they came for their freedom to practice their own belief, for their freedom to believe in whatever higher power they wanted. Because in Europe, it was very controlled. So what the Day of Independence really represents is becoming independent from other people telling us how to think and how to believe. So this day tomorrow really represents freedom in the external of what to believe. But the one thing I wanted to share with you guys is I found my freedom in a 6x9 prison cell. And I had every excuse to wallow and not open up to my freedom. But what I want to share with you guys, no matter where you're at, no matter what you're going through, you are free. The thing about it is, you got to question what's causing you to think you're not free. Because if Allie can find her freedom in a very traumatic and abusive space in her life, which she got
cancer.
She was not able to
I always
think.
end up saying the word.
She was not able to think for herself, although she was, but she was influenced that she couldn't think for herself. She was influenced that she didn't have a choice to be herself. She had to be someone that other people wanted her to be. That was her space. And I'll tell you, an invisible prison is the worst than a visible prison. Because when I was in the visible prison, I knew I had a date to go out. And I knew that my life was going to change at a certain point. But when you're in an invisible mental prison, you don't know. You don't even have an idea that you have an out.
Let me elaborate on that, Michael, if you give me a chance, because I love what you said. May I? Mm-hmm. Because Michael's speaking about my story, and I'd like to.
Sorry, trying to. Go ahead. I haven't seen it.
I love how Michael explained it about the mental prison and that invisible force that held me there. And I said in the beginning, when we talked about freedom, when we stopped blaming others. And honestly, yes, I was influenced, but the beauty of awakening and the beauty of this path of evolving and awakening is when you realize that you can't blame anybody else anymore, that you can't justify certain behaviors because it's easier to say, oh, well, so-and-so made me do it, or so-and-so treated me a certain way. My freedom comes from releasing that responsibility from anybody else. My freedom comes when I own my own responsibility and I own my own actions. And that's the highest freedom I've ever experienced.
That's a good
that
point.
I own my actions, I own my responsibility, and I will no longer give anybody the power to dominate me, to push me down, to allow myself to be in that position. And so it's a very fine line on how you word it, but the bottom line at the end of the day is I am my own person, and I will be who I am because I trust myself and I love myself. So no more justifying who did what. That's in the past. I love what Patty May says, today for tomorrow. So I am borrowing her little saying, today for tomorrow. Yesterday is gone, and Michael and I desire to share our stories, sometimes in testimonies. People who are new, let me address to all those that are new here with us at Samadhi. Yes, we do want to keep it simple and help those of you who have never heard of us, have never heard of Samadhi, that we will use our story to inspire and to help others come out of that darkness, but no longer to allow it to hold us captive or to bring us back into that space.
Yes, that's beautiful, Ali, because I'm actually writing what you've said and adding a little bit to it because it's very important for people to realize that trusting yourself and loving yourself by taking 100% responsibility for you now experience true freedom. And the reason is because it's so easy to put the responsibility on someone else, which we call blame. Putting the responsibility on someone else is blaming others and also judging others. And we've worked so hard on ourselves that, I mean, we still fall down and we forget. But the beauty of it is the gap. I've said that so many times, is the gap. That's the important thing. See, we want to get things done so big in one time that we don't see that it's that gap. It's lessening the gap. And if you guys never seen that video, every time I share it, I mean, our students are like, whoa, because we've seen it before, but we forget how simple it is. The scene of Karate Kid. Wax on, wax off, paint the fence on the floor. If you guys just Google that, Karate Kid paint the fence, and it's going to give you the scene where Daniel-san has been waxing cars, sanding the floor, painting the fence, and that's what she
waxing
said.
cars.
Waxing cars.
Mom's trying to help us with
with
her movie.
She's an awesome narrator. But here's the point: is even when you think you're not doing the action, and you think it's not important, you are. Every single thing in your life has added to this point right now. You've been waxing, wax on, wax off. You've been painting the fence. You've been sanding the floor. But here at Samadhi, our intention is to help you do what you've always done, but flip the switch. See, that's one thing that we realize. Everything that we teach, everybody's always doing it, but they don't realize they're doing it, and they've been doing it in the opposite direction. Because everything that we've been taught is almost everything we've been taught is backwards. So when you realize how the temperaments, which we call seasons in ourself, work, and how to align with the laws that have been in place and here for us, then we let go of being a dependent, feeling like a slave to the brain, and we realize that we are the master and captain and commander of this vessel that we were given. And we take back our responsibility and we use it in alignment with our truth, we will experience something that we never thought we could. And we have students again and again and again saying, wow, it's like, it was just so simple. They can't believe how much their transformation has unfolded from little practices that we remind at Samadhi that, like I said again, we're always doing, but unconsciously we're doing and we're avoiding the responsibility. So in a nutshell, is when you can discover and face your greatest fears, that's when you'll discover and realize your greatest truths. Because the greatest fears are our teachers. They're not here to hold us back, or like everybody's been saying, like a lot of people have been saying, oh no, the world, we're being attacked, we're being controlled. No. It's time to wake up and take responsibility that we signed up for this and live in the moment now. And with all that propulsion of all this energy, to be present and take it back the reins of our, what is it called? Saddle of our horse.
That's a good saying. Okay, and I have something to add to that, and I believe this is of great value. For those of you that are new, again, I am speaking to our new viewers. And if you have been a viewer of ours for a while, it's great to go back to the basics. Why do I say that? Why is it important to go back to the basics? Because what we do through meditation here at Samadhi is really keeping it as simple as possible, is going within. And so when Michael is explaining about the wax on, wax off from that scene in Karate Kid, we have had some of our students say, how is it that your life is transformed through meditation? But what is that? And they feel that it's so complex, that it's so foreign. So what we do here at Samadhi is bring our students to a place, that's why we named it Samadhi, which Samadhi to in a nutshell is unity, uniting yourself with yourself, and that way it'll manifest out here. So meditation is the tool that we use to take you to that place where you can know yourself better. So when
and like we said before, everybody's doing it.
yes,
Everybody's meditating.
Mhm.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. So if
Remember
everybody's
how when we realize that, it's like we're always meditating. So even those that put a stigma on meditation,
Mhm.
it's like you're meditating.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, you're meditating. It's just focused energy.
Or what do you want to meditate on?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we meditate
Meditating
on
on the fears.
on things that don't really help us. So basically, here at Samadhi, we are starting fresh. This is one of many videos, but from this day forward, as Patty says, today for tomorrow, we are so grateful for our friend Patty Mays and Thomas, because we realize that a lot of what we do as human beings is hold on to that past. And when it doesn't serve you anymore, it served its purpose, it brought you to where you are. But when it's time to let go and flow and realize that it really is simple. You don't need to complicate it. Meditation is not something that is going to take you months. Really, it's just a practice. Like Michael says, we're already doing it. So
yes.
Go ahead, Michael.
Thank you, Ali.
Mhm.
That was beautiful. And to wrap it up, because Jolene has a comment. She says, I'm so blessed to be a part of such a loving, powerful, positive family. Oh.
Thank you, Jolene.
Likewise, because the greatness that you see and feel in us is because you have it.
Mm.
That's one thing that we love to remind. It's not that we don't accept that, so thank you. We do accept that. We honor that, and we appreciate. We appreciate you so much. We love
having you as our family.
Yes, and we didn't want to go that night. Remember, it was like 12 o'clock at night.
I don't remember.
And Jolene had to go, and we're like,
we went to pick up our T-shirts, and Jolene, we can honestly say she is. I love to have these type of sponsors. So when we say show our T-shirts, please look her up. She is on Facebook. I don't know any other. Your email.
Yeah, put your email. Put your contact in there.
Anyone that needs any kind of advertisement, like on their.
Put your company name, like the business name that you have, and then a link. That way, people on YouTube can go and find you.
So she is one of our very first sponsors with Samadhi. She did such a great job of helping us and working with us. And now we have our T-shirts.
And she knew the guy that was in prison here. She experienced a very lost, confused, angry, but very quiet. I was very quiet. I was loud in here, but I was quiet here. I didn't talk. And she's seen her own self, my personal transformation. So thank you so much, Jolene, because you've been a part of my life, and you know everything has just been so perfect, and it always is. One thing in wrapping it up, because
I don't know
if she's going, because
we
we need to also do a Spanish one, which we're gonna have to wait.
Yeah.
So also, guys, if you like to get your own T-shirt to support the Samadhi vision, let us know. We have this one. It's always backwards, huh? See, that's how life is. Remember I said it's always backwards? When you look at the camera, it's like, okay, it's on this side. No, it's on this side. Okay, that's how life is too. Right there. Okay? So if you like to support Samadhi vision, and what you invest in yourself through our shirts is you help us help other people, and you help our vision get closer to the goal, which is to help massive amounts of people. And actually, we have a homeless outreach reaching in, because that's one of our shirts. Is Samadhi outreach reaching in, because we go out there, but we want to remind people it's about going inside. So Samadhi outreach reaching in. We have Samadhi diving deeper with the Samadhi Sea of Wisdom meditation school. We have join the soul family, join the Samadhi soul family of Vibrillionaires. We have don't wait for happiness. Live your happiness ever after now.
Live your happily ever after.
Live your happily.
That's okay.
Live your happily ever after now, and that's what I learned from her. Because we'll go in detail on another video on that. But when she realized that she was so concerned if she was going to, die from the C word, she wasn't living because she was so concerned about how long she had left. And it's like, wait a minute, I'm worried about 3 months in a nutshell. I'm worried about 3 months when I can be hit by a car tomorrow. And therefore I only live 2 days. So what's the whole point of gaining all this, fear and doubt and stress when I could just live fully? If I live 2 more days, then I live those 2 days present and happy instead of being concerned for 3 months from now or 6 months from now, depending on how severe the C was.
And there is Jolene's information. Let's put that up there.
Jolene says Royal Designs Arizona on Facebook, royaldesigns.arizona@gmail.com.
Beautiful. Thank you.
So guys,
Jolene,
take a screenshot of that, write that down, look her up. She does amazing work, and she's an amazing, amazing human soul doing incredible work. So, when you support somebody with that vision, that's willing to work on themselves and love themselves, you're going to get dividends back on a vibrational and conscious level.
yes.
So
we will post that as well later on our comments, Jolene. However, we had put YouTube on Facebook. We'll go and put your information there as well. So that is it for today. This is what we would call maybe our little pilot of coming back on lives. Facebook, again, we said, did not cooperate with us, or Instagram. So we will do our best to come back again. And it'll be Wednesdays at 7 a.m.
Wednesdays at 7. Tune in. And we have more videos coming, which we're going to record and upload. So we have so much coming that we've been working so diligently on. So blessings, everyone. Thank you again. Shout outs to everyone who's been a huge loving support. We couldn't do it without you guys, especially our students. We love everyone, but our students that have been doing the real diligent work within ourselves that we've seen personally, because we know how challenging it is to dig deep within your own soul. Congratulations, and thank you so much for doing your own personal diving deep within yourself.
Yes.
and really showing up on loving yourself, because we can say we love ourselves, but when we don't do that deep inner work, it's just words. The brain, it just hears words. But when we do it, we become that truth, which we already are.
And all of our students always go with us wherever we travel. We send you love. In our meditations, we're just always feeling your love and support.
Yes. So thank you, every single one of you. If you were on Facebook and you joined our live, or Instagram and you joined our live and you couldn't watch it, then we hope that you watch this video and you enjoy this video, as that is one thing that we want to remind you is push through, guys. Just keep moving forward, because we could have said, what, Facebook didn't work, Instagram didn't work, sign off. But we were brainstorming, we were masterminding, we were feeling a way of how we can get something out there today, because not a coincidence, the day that we come back, that's another one. The day that we come back, everybody's having resistance. Almost, okay. I just want to reflect on that 1 second. That's huge confirmation, guys. Because I know what I know deep inside me, and I'm remembering more, because I don't know everything. But let me just say something that I've learned so much in life, that when you get a little resistance, that's because you're going to have somewhat growth. But when you have major resistance, that's because you have major growth. So we didn't just have challenges today. The day that we came back is the day that a lot of people had resistance. And that, to me, is confirmation that Samadhi is on another level that is helping so many in such a profound way. It's not about us. It's about the essence that is Samadhi. It's about when everybody does their own personal Samadhi work, That's the resistance that we get, but that's because the huge transformation is so much greater than what we can ever even imagine. I just want to sign off on myself with that. So thank you, world, for showing up and showing us how much resistance, because how much great Samadhi is on the day that we return. So Jolene says, there was a bigger picture we didn't even have a clue about back 25 years ago, but I see and felt a true soul, and that's hard to find. So now, here we are. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Jolene.
Thank you, Jolene. I enjoyed watching when Michael was reminiscing as we were talking with Jolene. And Michael stood up to show us something that he used to do in the past.
Sure.
How he would stand and always on guard. And as he walked away, I whispered to Jolene and I said, Jolene, would you have ever imagined Michael like this? What do you feel when you see him? And I hadn't even told Michael that we had that conversation. And so she says, oh no, it's like unbelievable. I see him and it's like, wow. She was just all smiles. She just couldn't even, they were junior high friends. And Jolene has a very interesting little cutout of a newspaper article. I might post it sometime.
Community service.
Yeah. Jolene,
Those
you're just
were the
a
days.
sweetheart, Jolene. You are beautiful. You are a beautiful soul. You are a beautiful woman inside and out.
Yes.
You have an amazing, very enchanting beauty that I just saw you and I'm like, my jaw drops. I try not to be too obvious, but I'm telling you now, and I had clicked with her even before we went to meet her in person. I've been wanting, and that's another thing. Every time we go out to California, at least three times we try to meet up with her, and something would happen. Try to meet up with her, and we were not able to.
And that's because the connection is so incredible.
Yes, Jolene.
It's always been.
And it was so worth it.
One thing I desire to share, because you talked about the community service, is Jolene, could we ever see ourselves here? Could we ever even imagine this up? Like create this? But we know that every little thing, and that's one thing that we love to remind people, every little thing, 1 degree in the vast scheme of life makes a huge difference, whether where you are now or where you could have been this way or where you could have been this way. But you are where you are because everything culminated to this point. It birthed this experience. So just the fact that you're watching this video, just the fact that you're listening to this caliber of message, because I'm owning what I signed up for, this caliber of message is something that is very, very few and far real experienced. So many people are lost in the world. So many people are confused about what truth is because they look outside of themselves. It's so simple when you realize it's already and always has been there. Jolene says, thank you, thank you, thank you. So here at Samadhi, you're going to get more and more from us because we're going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to unfold every single day, thousands of times a day, because we just work and work and work and work. So what you see is what you get, but you haven't even seen anything yet.
Yes.
So grow along with us, unfold along with us, dive deeper within yourself. Give yourself that blessing of breathing through things and bouncing back and knowing that everything is your teacher, everything is your reflection. And let life be your greatest teacher. Because life is always showing up to teach you, to remind you. The more you ignore life, the more you ignore yourself, the more you ignore life. The more you ignore life, the more life is going to seem to be beating you down. But it's not life beating you down. It's because we need discipline in our lives. That's loving discipline. So.
And one thing, I'm.
She says, laugh out loud. Love you, Ali. I love you, Ali.
Love you too, sweetheart.
Our vibrations are just breathtaking.
Yes.
Yes.
And this is
Look
like
at that
a special
beautiful face.
I know
she's so beautiful.
This is like a special show just for Jolene. I really desire to say this. When Michael is in that essence, when Michael is in that moment of sharing deep from his heart, because it's very important to Michael. I know that we all come from different angles and different reasons. The reason why Michael and I even do these shows, the reason why Michael and I even started Samadhi and wanted to share with the public with humanity and get out here and do these videos, it's because our lives have been so transformed. What people would call miracles, our lives are nothing like they used to be. And because we feel that, because we know that, because we embrace it so strongly, that we desire to share it with other people. We don't want to keep it to ourselves. So to us, it's very important. And those that we love, for Jolene, the memories that Michael has, the kindness, the friendship for so many years is why we do this, is why we desire to continue regardless of the uphill battle. Because of the uphill battle is that we keep going. And we are so thankful. Again, I'm going to repeat it for Patty Mays. I don't know, Jolene, if you have looked her up, but you love her videos as well. And Thomas, both of them welcomed us to their home, to their hearts, and gave us so much value.
So raw and vulnerable.
Yes, and we just are so thankful because we really do love what we do, period. So Michael has more shirts.
So shout outs to Jolene, because
we're just going to share them.
I love that Ali said, I think this is just Jolene's show.
Yes, it is.
Because Jolene is the one with us right now. So Jolene, this is what she did for us.
This is my favorite.
And it does come out correct on there.
Yes, it does. And I'm going to read it to you in case it's a little blurry. Don't wait to find happiness. Live your happily ever after now. And that is my favorite quote that Michael actually put together. He says, Allie.
I didn't bring the first one because you can't really see it.
He says, Allie, that's your quote because that's what I said to myself after diagnosed with cancer. And I thought, oh, shoot, I'm waiting for my happily ever after. And I thought it's never going to come. I'm still trapped in this brain. I'm right where I need to be, just like you both. Yes. Thank you, Jolene. Thank you for your value. Thank you for just being you, for helping us out so much with these t-shirts and our journals. She also made us some journals.
Yes. Oh,
they're right there. They're right there. Anyway, so boy, I can go on about Jolene for a long time. And the other one?
Yeah, and the one thing I wanted to share with Jolene is thank you for finding us and watching our videos, because we would have missed out on such an amazing, amazing soul. And just crazy how that works. It's not crazy, it's amazing.
I just love it. Yeah. I love it.
So
everything in its timing.
Yeah. So you ready for this one? So we're taking what do you call them? Openings?
No, we're taking.
No. How do you say it?
What do you want to say?
We're taking applications. Not applications, because you don't have to
let's
apply
see. Michael's trying to say something. I'm trying to
we have a soul family we're building, and we're creating a page.
We're taking members.
Members, that's it.
How about that? You want to become? Hey, Jolene just said that.
Read it.
Join the Samadhi soul family of vibrillionaires. We have a lot of billionaires, millionaires in this world, but how many vibrillionaires do we really have? And Jolene said it earlier. She just loves being part of this family. So Jolene, you are adopted into our family of vibrillionaires of Samadhi.
So let us know if you would like your shirts, so you can help us.
This is to help us help others.
If you believe in our vision and you align with our vision, imagine when other people discover that their truth is inside themselves, and the transformation that you're going to help them realize by just supporting us in small ways. Because we are a very humble business organization. We've been doing it all on our own, which, let me reiterate that, we don't really do it all on our own. We have such incredible support, loving, soul family. We couldn't do it without you. But what I'm saying, on the physical level, like, it's only me and Ali. Like, this is it. This is the Samadhi, like, founders. So we haven't done it alone, but on a physical level, like, hands-on, paperwork and, writing down notes, putting files, organizing the recordings.
To be a fly on the wall.
Okay. So we've been doing this all on our own, and we haven't stopped for over 5 years. We've been doing this together. I mean, we did it on our, like, privately. I didn't know I was going to be doing this. I just loved giving. And she's the one that told me, you know what, Michael, you need to do something with this, because what you have is like gold. And I couldn't see it. I just loved giving it. And I love my own transformation that I just want others to be able to transform.
And I desire to add something to that, Michael.
Sure. And then
and then we think we're leaving.
Yeah.
One thing about what Michael just said.
Aww.
I'm here to receive and give and reflect. Beautiful, Jolene. I love that today is the Jolene show. Anyway, Jolene, beautiful. Please keep, if you're able to, keep them coming. One thing I desire to say, if our video today does not relay exactly what it is that Michael and I do, and it probably shouldn't. We were only going to be on a few minutes, but because we had all that resistance, now we're on for a while. Whatever. We just go with our hearts. Honestly, we do. That's one thing I love about us. We don't cookie cutter it. We love being who we are and following our heart. And my heart says to speak to those that are new, to those that might find this video on YouTube just out of the blue. And you wonder, well, what is it that these people really do? They sound like they do something really great, but what is it that they do? Send us a message. I don't know if Michael's able to put on there what our address is on our Facebook. Put our phone number up there, sweetheart, yours and mine,
Okay.
so people can text us. And if you friend us on Facebook, then you can.
We can actually go in and
put my full name. Like when you put my phone number, put my name and the phone number, then put yours. Why do I say that? Because sometimes it's not easy to find people on Facebook. We can give you the address for Facebook, but if you put in my name, then you friend me. Put in Michael's name, you can friend him.
Okay,
or once you friend me, you find him. Nope. What?
There's our email.
Oh, okay. So this way we can elaborate more and give you a little presentation if you really want to know what it's about. We give online classes. Wow. No, just put Alice. Just put Alice and Noe. Put the full name. You can find me with my full name. And then my phone number.
You'll see our faces together.
Yeah, or text me. Go ahead and just my phone number, and you can text me, and then I'll look you up on Facebook, whichever way. The important
we don't even know which platform to trust anymore.
Yeah. The important thing is that when you find this video on YouTube 2 weeks from now, later today, whenever it is, whenever it's meant to be, and you feel our vibration and you feel our genuine love for humanity and for helping others to come out of that mental prison, to own your life and live your life to the fullest today, then look us up and we will elaborate. We love doing that.
Yes. And now I'm putting mine.
And here we have a dear friend, Josh Massey, who I said we were going live, and he's probably wondering, where are they?
Oh, he's looking for us?
I think so. I can't even spell YouTube.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
There.
And so
the YouTube channel, you're watching it on YouTube, so you'll be able to see the YouTube channel here.
So what I love about us and our show and Samadhi is that it comes from the heart. So if we make what people would call mistakes, sometimes Michael and I.
What is mistakes?
Sometimes,
really?
Yeah. Sometimes Michael and I look a little loony.
Oh, she gave us hearts, and I don't see one. I think it's from an iPhone.
Yeah. You see a
hearts
smiley
and
face.
A smiley face with heart eyes.
Yeah. Well, it actually said heart eyes when you put the clicker on it.
But one thing we really want to share with you guys is that there's no mistakes, and that's what you're going to learn here at Samadhi. Is I come from drugs, drug addiction, gangs, violence. I was very violent, but more violent with myself than anybody else. Very suicidal, very angry. Like I said, very quiet, but I was super loud in here. And I didn't want help. When people would come to offer me help, I see so many people today that are open, that want to do something different, that want to transform their lives. But I see a lot of people close to giving up because they've tried this, they've done this. We've had people bring in students that they've done this, they've done, and no disrespect if I'm going to name a couple, but it is what it is, right? It's facts. They've brought people that have seen psychiatrists, counselors, professionals, and people, that have paid high dollars to get people all this help and to give glory to the Spirit, because we bring it with the Spirit. It's like when they take classes with Samadhi, it's like night and day difference. Mm-hmm. And we have more testimonials coming soon. But let me just tell you that I didn't want the help when I was younger. I didn't want help. I would tell people, don't waste your time. And there's so many people that want help. There's so many people that really desire to change direction in life, to believe in themselves, to love themselves. But they're waiting for others to show them. They're waiting for others to tell them. And when you support our vision, when you support our calling, you're going to help us help other people that have been waiting for that. And on an energetic level, you give more, you get more. Even without wanting to get more, it's just that's the way life works. And when you give it to yourself, of course, you're going to get huge dividends when you give this gift to yourself. If you've been looking, if you've been searching, if you're even close to giving up, if you've had enough, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired,
yes,
please look us up. Don't hesitate. If you're feeling this right now, just what do you have to lose? I'll tell you what you have to lose. You can lose the doubt. You can lose the fear. You can lose the anger. You can lessen your stress. You can lose the anxiety. You can lose the lack of confidence. You can lose sickness, which we don't claim to be able to cure anything. I just have to say that to cover all areas. But when you work within yourself and you relax and you breathe, I'm not a doctor, but I'll tell you, you'll feel better. Your body will start to feel better. And I'm not going to fill in the blanks because I can get in trouble. But when you start to feel better, it's just natural that your body's going to react better. Let's just say that.
Yes.
So thank you so much, everyone. This day was to talk on freedom, to come back live and even more present than ever. And Ellie and I are on a whole nother level. Join us, and we're going to be unfolding more and more as we progress in life, because we want to take everyone with us. See, we've won the vibrational lottery. And it's paying with interest and dividends. Every single day, the lottery gets bigger and bigger and bigger because it's so infinite on how much we can receive. Love, unconditional love, doesn't have a cap. It doesn't have a limit where you give yourself so much unconditional love where it's like that's all you can give. It just gets more and more and more. And the more we tap into this unconditional love, the more we tap into this inner peace, the more we tap into this supreme wisdom, the more we tap into this infinite intelligence, the more we tap into this deeper truth, this clarity, this insight, this unfoldment, this realization, is the more you guys are going to receive.
Thank you, sweetheart.
And we're going up on the hour in 2 minutes.
There's one thing I love about when we do our shows, when Michael gets into that zone. And I think this amazing, beautiful universe, source, God, that higher power, I just thank so much for this privilege and this honor to co-host with my husband on our live shows. In this case, I don't know where we're going to be. What platform will be the next time, but wherever we are given an opportunity, we love to do this. And it hasn't been easy, but it's so rewarding.
It's simple, but not easy.
We complicate it.
I'm going to write that down.
Yes, we complicate it because sometimes those desires and ego and blah, 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 we just have a lot of fun.
But not easy.
You know, that's the only thing I know, is that we have too much fun. Is that even possible? Like unconditional love?
I've never had so much fun in my entire life. I've never gotten up with such a great attitude no matter what's going on in life.
Even though I know, imagine I'm his co-host, his little sidekick. I'm his partner. I'm his wife. I'm his best friend. I'm his pain in the neck sometimes.
So we
I'm
just come up on
everything.
the hour. The one thing I want to ask you
Yay.
and remind you is to love yourself fully and presently. Freedom from within. You're not going to discover freedom outside of yourself. I apologize if people get offended for that. I'm not here to sound good. I'm here to speak truth. And freedom is not found outside. How many people have tried it through the more that they make, the more that they achieve, the more accolades they get, the more smarter that they get, the more friends that they have, the more, 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 the more. And freedom is not found. Happiness is not found. It's unfolded, it's discovered, it's it's realized. So love yourself and love, wait, trust yourself and love yourself by taking 100% responsibility for you now. That's how you experience true freedom. So lastly, we are all meditating. Question is, what are we meditating on? What are you meditating on today? Think about that, because life is simple. It's just not easy. So if you need assistance, please look us up, because it's really, really simple. And when you realize how simple it is, it doesn't mean life is just going to be a bouquet of roses from here on forward. Resistance is going to come. Life is going to hit, because it's always teaching us. It's always breaking those molds that for generations we've allowed ourselves to take on. It's just the way it is. But life is so simple. When you realize the simplicity of it, you'll enjoy the journey of letting go.
And to Jolene, let us go.
No, she's still here.
She's still there.
No, she's still here.
Jolene, we love you. We are very happy you joined us for our very first video back.
Yes.
And again, a reminder, Wednesdays at 7 a.m. And I think that's it.
Oh, there's a. Okay, he's ready now.
Yeah.
Perfect. So we got a call to get on, which to continue to love doing what we do and sharing our story and just meeting incredible people.
Yes.
And that's one person we didn't mention. I want to mention him.
Of course.
Here, where's the? Give me that. Please hand me that. Here's another amazing individual that we're going to connect with and that we love.
So we got a gift.
This is an amazing individual right here. Mr. Phil Bartel.
Yes.
I don't know if we can get his information. So that's
he doesn't mind.
I didn't do it the whole thing.
He doesn't
And
mind.
this is what he made for us. First,
he sent us a card. And not just any card. He
want to read it?
Personalized it so well, so
beautifully.
No, he doesn't mind, sweetheart. He puts it. That's what he wants. He wants people to know.
Okay.
Yeah, he
So
doesn't.
here's his information.
Mm-hmm.
He sent
one to Tucker Bearden, and it's all right there.
I'm just doing it out of respect. And it says, each friend represents a world in us, a world possibly not born until they arrive. And it is only by this meeting that a new world is born. It's so beautiful. And I remember when we opened this up, the vibration.
Mm-hmm.
And he wrote in the inside.
That's just what he wrote. Look at the picture he put.
Yeah, but he wrote on the inside. He says, both honored and impressed I was to meet you both at Cervex, which is hosted by Manny Lopez. We have a lot of commonalities to explore and stories to share. I hope you find that is so true. I hope you find the enclosed book both interesting and useful. Please let me know your thoughts on it after you have read it. Your friend, Phil Bartel. Oh, and that quote that I read is by Anais Nin.
And to do honors, this is a picture that he personalized. And so he did one for Tucker, and Tucker's picture is so beautiful on his card. I just love how Phil took that time to be
such a thoughtful. And when you know Phil, let me just say, Phil is so humble that he doesn't seek attention. He just loves serving. And even on his card, it says, how may I serve you today? Mm-hmm. Here's the book he sent us, which we are.
The Power of Human Connection. Yes, beautiful.
So, and this is by Cody Bateman. So now we're going to get off and we're going to send love to all of you. And we love you and thank you for joining us through all this resistance, because it's been great and it's always going to be great. and just love yourself through the process because it's great. Namaste. So remember to register for subscribe to our channel. That way
Oh yeah, now we're gonna see
we can get 1,000 subscribers and we can broadcast anywhere we go because we are going to be in many different places as we are manifesting more students, we're manifesting more abundance, we're manifesting more opportunities, more doors are opening up, and we're talking about now. So we are just so grateful. And when you love yourself and you discover your treasures within, all that is complementary. It's not a dependency. So now we are complementing life. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Couldn't do it without you.
Ditto.
So we're signing off. Signing off. Ciao, ciao. This is not the easy part. Ciao. Jolene, we love you.